We woke up in Ward Cove, Alaska, on day 3 of our 10-day Alaska cruise aboard the Norwegian Joy. The outside temperature was a nice 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Many of our fellow cruisers had already begun to depart the ship. Ward Cove is 7 miles north of downtown Ketchikan and reachable by free shuttles. More on that later. It is my understanding that NCL invested in the development of Ward Cove for preferred docking. The Norwegian Encore was the first ship to dock at Ward Cove in 2021. We made our way to the complimentary breakfast at the Garden Cafe. We love our made-to-order omelets. I counted 6 omelet stations. Here is a bridge-cam view of the cruise terminal named the Mill at Ward Cove. Cruisers enter on the left side of the building, and the shuttles depart and return on the opposite side of the building. After breakfast, we found a couple of envelopes waiting for us. We were happily surprised to find our Port Valet enrollment or acceptance letters. Port Valet is a free luggage service provided by the Port of Seattle. Click the link at the end of this video for more details. It was our turn to depart the ship to begin our day in port. You need your room card to depart and reboard the ship. Stay to the left on the gangway to allow vehicles to pass by on the right. To the left of the gangway is a nice viewing area to take photos and videos of your ship. To the left of the main entry is the Whistle Stop Cafe. They offer craft beer and king crab. We might grab a bite here on our next Alaska cruise. Stepping inside the building, you find a large shopping area. And on the far side of the building, downtown shuttles on the left and tour departures on the right. Please note and take a picture of the time of the last departure from downtown back to Ward Cove and the all aboard time. We headed to the downtown shuttles. The line was long but moved quickly. Before we knew it, we boarded the double-decker bus, and we were on our way on a 20-minute ride to downtown Ketchikan, berth 4. And if you're curious, an UberX ride was available for $24 and an 8-minute wait. Once off the bus, we made our way to the Waterfront promenade, the red line on the map. As you leave the area, note the large canopy on the left. This is where you assemble for the shuttle rides back to Ward Cove. Again, this is located at berth 4. And to the right or water side of the first outlet store are public restrooms. Of course, my wife had to shop at this first store, so I took in the beautiful scenery. After what seemed like an hour of shopping, we made our way along the waterfront promenade, from berth 4 to berth 3. At berth 3, you'll find Monarch Jewels and Sockeye Sam's on the left. Walking past Sockeye Sam's and on the right will be a Ketchikan Visitor Information Center, with public restrooms on the left side of the building. An additional restroom is located in the center of Monarch Jewels and Sockeye Sam's. After a quick shopping stop, we headed from berth 3 to berth 2 and ran into another Tongass store. Don't be fooled by these shortcut to downtown signs. They are only a ploy to get you inside the store. You can easily just walk past the building. And on the other end of the building, you find a shortcut to berths 3 and 4 sign. As my wife shopped, I took in the sights at berth 2. The downtown shops and restaurants across the street, rock sculpture, Ketchikan rain gauge, and the Welcome to Ketchikan sign above Mission Street. Oh yeah, next to the rain gauge is another visitor information center with restrooms inside. Walking from berth 2 to berth 1 led us to more shops and restaurants. We then headed up Mill Street to Stedman Street to get to Creek Street. As I took video of the area, my wife stepped into the Alaska Crepe Company store and purchased a delicious wild Alaskan smoked salmon crepe. After stuffing our faces, we checked out the many shops and food places in Creek Street, stopping at a nice viewing area at the halfway point. This lady with the yellow backpack and her husband in a red cap ran around taking snapshots and selfies like there was no tomorrow. Here's the viewing area that I mentioned earlier. The second half of our walk through Creek Street took us to another viewing platform. And here is that viewing platform. We needed to get to the Lumberjack Show and ended our Creek Street visit. We headed back to Stedman and Mill Streets. And took a left on Main Street to get to the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show. Taking photos of the show was encouraged, but no video. You just have to take my word. It was a fun show. Check it out if you have a chance. By the way, the videos and photos were taken with my Insta360 X4 with remote and the Just Mobile Shutter Grip 2 attached to my iPhone. Links are included in the video description below. After the show, We visited the salmon landing market next door and perused through the shops. Restrooms were located on the second floor. We then headed back to berth 4 to catch a shuttle back to Ward Cove. First, past berth 1 to berth 2. Then to berth 3. And on the way to berth 4, we hit the end of a long line. It was a line for the Ward Cove shuttles. Remember this large canopy? It was on the other side of the outlet store building. It was an hour before the last shuttle was scheduled to depart. The line began moving and we got to the large canopy in about 15 minutes. But it took another 30 minutes to get on a shuttle. Fortunately, we met a friendly couple from Australia while waiting under the canopy, and time flew by as we chatted. As for Uber, rides were available, but the wait times were undetermined. A few buses finally arrived to pick up the patient cruise passengers. An hour and 15 minutes after hitting the end of the line at berth 4, we finally arrived back at Ward Cove. A reservation system like the one at the Sitka Sound Cruise Terminal might help to reduce the long line. More on that on day 7 of our cruise. We needed our room cards to pass security and reboard the ship. Stay on the right to allow vehicles to pass by on the left. We scanned our room cards and x-rayed our bags to reboard the ship and grabbed hot chocolate to warm up. The temperature on our balcony was 60 degrees Fahrenheit. We took quick showers and then headed to the Manhattan room for complimentary dinners. While standing in line, we met Cynthia and Chuck from Hawaii and Kathy and Tammy from Florida. We joined each other for dinner and had a great time getting to know each other. This small win showed how we fared in the casino that night. A midnight snack at the 24-hour local bar and grill, and lights out at 1 a.m. Tomorrow we will visit Juneau on day 4 of our 10-day Alaska cruise.